Mr. Miller, it's Scarlett Carson. Don't talk, just listen. We've not got much time. Get yourself into the IPA building. There's something I want you to see. I'll explain more when you're in. Hello, Mr. Miller. You may have guessed already, but I've been following your investigation throughout the day. I wanted to get in touch sooner, but I could never find the right moment.
Detective Holden, the time is 5:30 p.m. on June 17th, 1987. They say Alex Dubois entered through here on the night of the 10th of April. Daniel Hilburn informed me that security was busy locking up in the Bowman building for the night, so he had the building to himself. Alex's claim is that he can prove he wasn't using his keycard in the building that night, and that he was there for a meeting with Sarah Smith, the head of the IPA. If I can locate the record, that at least gives me a bit of evidence to work with. Alex claims that Dan always keeps a copy of the safe code written on the back of a coupon for gardening equipment close by to his desk, so let's see, shall we? Ah, yes, this is something. Okay, I've located the document and will fax it. Now, I should probably place this back where I found it.
No floppy disks detected.
I'm sure you've heard enough about Alex Dubois by now. I saw him earlier that evening. He was acting very erratic. He wasn't doing himself any favors. It was far too believable that he could have done it. I hate to admit it, but even I wondered whether Alex was capable of doing something like that.
Detective Holden, the time is 6:45 a.m. on June 20th. Something was troubling me last night, so I wanted to get an early start. I interviewed Alison Whitworth yesterday, and it seems as though something was being held back. We were communicating through Chance Crow, the department head of the Meta Center, who I have yet to interview. However, from her posture and hesitant responses, it seems as though the full story wasn't quite being told. This led me back to her office at 7 a.m. on a Saturday morning. Holden. The time is 9:23 a.m. on June 20th. I've spent the last few hours looking at all of her work, and at a glance, it looks like a repair shop, but she's actually a talented inventor. It really is fascinating stuff. Something that caught my eye, though, is that it seems she's been working on an algorithm with... I'll write this down. Vicky Edmonds in the Bowman building for the Silhouette software, which could prevent overheating. This, of course, was a large contributing factor in the explosion caused on the 10th of April 1987. Believe me, Mr. Miller. If I'd known, I would never have taken his ID card that night. I needed it to finish up homework, and I'd misplaced mine. It was technically against company policy, but I didn't think he'd mind. But once the information got out there that he'd been logged where he shouldn't have been, and once the papers had their narrative established, it didn't matter. None of it mattered. No evidence anyone could have provided could have changed it. Detective Holden, 10:42 a.m. on June 20th. I promised myself I wouldn't get involved with the politics here, but it's impossible not to let it affect you. Names, numbers, all written down, and just thousands of people's futures decided by this one company. How are they allowed so much control? Anyway, I'm here to locate Alex Dubois' file. I was told it could be found in filing cabinet HG02, row 10. I can't see anything in here. Let's get a bit of light on the situation. Okay, I have the documented information. I believe I just need to compile the code on the large machine in the corner of the room.
The devastation it caused, the political unrest. People are heartbroken and angry about how it's all unfolding, rightly so in my mind. They deserve answers.
Detective Holden at 10 p.m. on June 25th. I think I've just about figured it out. The issue is that each time I copy a file onto the disk, the contents become corrupted whilst going through the data wipe gates. Meaning I have to go back and copy the files again. The location is 300. I've got my first scheduled meeting with Scarlett Carson in an hour, so if I'm going to get over to her house, I'd better leave now. I'll make a note to inquire about this Silhouette server in the hopes that I can somehow connect the missing people.
No floppy disks detected.
Alex's poor family. No, I had no involvement in their deportation. That was all Charles Bowman's doing. Well, he didn't think Alex would find out. It's beyond me. Only people from the country, for God's sake. I just couldn't go along with it. There should be a disk named Silhouette. If you insert it into the server and clear the records, anyone who has private information on the IPA server will be removed. You'll be saving countless people. Harvey, you did it. You have no idea. Oh, I was right about you. I knew you'd do the right thing.
Steve, I've had a security alert. I've paged you the location.
Changes nothing. What happened, happened. And thankfully, you removed the last remaining evidence that could tie anything back to me. The Silhouette disc. So, I appreciate your help with that. Please hurry, Harvey. I must go. You only have 30 minutes. Come and see me after your meeting. I'll explain everything. Oh, Charles. What are you doing here?
Please sit down, Scarlet.
Charles? Oh, wait. Where's... No. No, you wouldn't. What the hell have you done?
Scarlet, please, sit down.
Sit down! Do you think taking my children's going to stop me?
Stop you from doing what exactly?
Where did you take them?
This is far more important right now.
More important
We
than...
need stability. The country needs stability, and this act provides that. Work with me.
This country needs its freedom. Michael wouldn't have agreed to this. He's the one that started this act, and he did it...
Michael is dead. This country's a far different place than it was 3 years ago, Scarlet. There's rioting in the streets, for God's sake. We need tighter security now more than ever. People on our doorstep want to hurt us. I can't allow that.
That's not your decision to make. The people need to know that their government is lying to them, and you can't threaten me into silence on this.
You can't see this right now, but you don't have another choice here.
Charles?
Open the file.